Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of Oasis Travel, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to our first virtual cruise fair. Those of you who have cruised regularly with us before will know that we've been doing these events for about the last 15 years, although this is the first virtual one. And I think when we started 15 years ago, we had about 100 people in a hotel in Bangor. Last year, we had our largest cruise fair ever at the Waterfront Exhibition Hall, where we had 1,500 people there for the day. And we'd planned that this year's cruise show would be even bigger, but sadly world events ended that. But we're really overwhelmed by the interest today, so we welcome you all. So Alison and I hope to inspire you and take you across the world with the world's leading cruise companies today and help you plan your next cruise holiday. It's really encouraging for us just to see the health and safety protocols that the cruise companies are putting in place to get back to cruising as soon as possible. And it is anticipated that ocean cruising could start at the end of this year. Certainly some of the river cruises have already started, so it's really, really encouraging to see that. And so we really miss seeing you all face to face and hope we can do again soon. But we hope that you'll find these presentations exciting and that they'll give you something to look forward to when planning your next holiday. I think that a lot of customers that we're speaking to, including ourselves, are just feeling that at this time we just really want something to look forward to. Now, you will have an opportunity to ask questions, and we'll take the questions at the end of the presentation. So if you just hit the Q&A button on your screen, you can type a question in and we will take that question at the end. So moving on then to what the 5 o'clock presentation in, and of course it's Norwegian Cruise Line. Now the name always causes a bit of confusion because Norwegian Cruise Line, although they do visit Norway on some of their cruises, of course are very much a cruise line that sail all over the world. They are known for their freestyle cruising and the options that they have on board. And Alison and I were lucky enough, actually along with Brian, just to experience their newest ship, the Norwegian Encore, whenever it launched just at the end of last year. And Alison, whenever we were on board, I know you said this is one of my favourite cruise ships. So
I did.
Do you want to just tell us
why?
Not
that you should ever have a favourite.
Yes.
This was this was definitely up there for me. I loved the Encore. I don't want anybody to think that it is a mega ship of maybe 5,000-6,000 people, because it's not. But it had all the facilities I think you could ever want. It has the largest way track on the top deck, and you can experience go-karting whilst sailing through the ocean. It has laser tag. It has so many choices of restaurants, bars, the entertainment. I don't want to take too much away from the information coming up, but the shows were spectacular. I love the Galaxy Pavilion for anybody who's really into tech and different things. The virtual reality that we experienced
was fun.
It was fun. I innocently was approached and asked if I would draw something on what was like an iPad with your finger. And the guy said, make sure you put some hoops and some curves in your drawing. So it was literally just my finger like that. And then he said, would you like to have a go on the virtual roller coaster? But unbeknown to you, I knew that this was my design and that we were all strapped in with the headsets on, and we experienced my virtual roller coaster, which was absolutely horrific. I do remember crying and screaming, even though we didn't move. And then when we took our headsets off,
we were the entertainment.
We were, and everybody clapped because we were really brave. But it was there was so much fun in the ship. And it wasn't crowded. I didn't get lost, which is always a good. So it is a large ship. It takes nearly 4,000 people. But I didn't ever get lost in the ship.
And definitely something for everybody. Because the shows were great.
Brilliant.
You know, with a great choice of dining, really good quality in the restaurants too. So without spoiling it anymore, because I know that this year we have a lot of people, and some of you that are watching today, that had booked the Encore and were a bit disappointed that you didn't get seeing her. But hopefully a lot of people have changed their cruises to next year, so that you can see. So this is the latest Norwegian Cruise Line ship, Norwegian Encore. So I hope you all agree that that really is a magnificent ship and something to get excited about and something really to look forward to. So Alison, I think you've got one or two offers or one or two prices for Encore.
The Encore is going to be based in Alaska next summer. So I just wanted to give you an idea of prices. So going out mid-May. Again, your direct flights from Dublin, which is great. Your 1 night pre-cruise, and you'll stay in Seattle. And then you have a 7-night cruise on board the beautiful Encore. Included in this is your free at sea, and the prices start from $16.89 per person, which is a fabulous price for such a new ship.
It is, it's fantastic. So just free at sea, what exactly is free at sea?
So free at sea is the Norwegian Cruise Line campaign. And you'll get to hear a wee bit more in David's presentation, but Norwegian Cruise Line is all about you do what's right for you.
Yes.
So nothing is dictated or given to you. So you choose.
It's
Casual.
Yes.
So their free at sea campaign, which we've included in this, is £99 for cruises up to from 7 to 9 nights. And basically you can choose 2 of the following options. So you can have an open bar. You can have 2 speciality dining visits during your 7-night cruise. You can have a shore excursion credit of $50 per port that the ship stops at. You can get 250 minutes of free Wi-Fi throughout your cruise, or if you're bringing your friends and family with you, you can get a reduced rate on their cruise price. So there really is something for everyone in that package, and you choose which 2 suit you what you would like.
There's no doubt about it then. Certainly if you're thinking that drinks are included, that makes it incredibly good value.
Yes, because drinks packages can be sort of £300-400 upward, and particularly with an itinerary like Alaska, I would be struggling to choose whether it's a shore excursion credit because you want to get off and you want to explore, or should I have the specialty dining because the food is so amazing. But you know, it is individual, and it's up to every customer what's right for them. But that is a fabulous ship.
That's great, Alison. Thank you. Today, then, we're going to concentrate on their Hawaiian program. What we're trying to do is make sure that every presentation is different, and we want to really showcase the wide variety of cruises and destinations that are on offer between today and tomorrow. So Hawaii is actually one of my favourite destinations. I've been there a couple of times, and I think whenever you're going so far, there are several Hawaiian islands, and they're all so different. And I thought, what better way to see the beautiful Hawaiian Islands than on a cruise, because they're quite difficult to get from one to the other if you're flying and you're packing and unpacking. And as I say, every single one of them is different. So we're going to hand over to David Sanderson now.
Hi there, Sandra and Alison. Good to see you wee faces, and welcome to the Oasis Holiday and Travel Show. My name is David Sanderson, and I work for Norwegian Cruise Line. My shirt today is a slight giveaway, I hope, as to what I'm going to be talking to you about today. This is to give you some inspiration about a bucket list destination out in the world that I know Sandra has been to. Some place that we all want to go to at some point in our lives. And what better place to see some place very different than by a cruise ship. I'm talking about Hawaii. Yeah, we are the only cruise line that has a ship called Pride of America, which is based in Honolulu all year round, and it sails every Saturday from Honolulu and taking in on a 7-day cruise 4 islands. It's one of those iconic destinations that people want to aspire to go to see the locations of movies such as From Here to Eternity, that great iconic movie with Burt Lancaster, Deborah Kerr, Frank Sinatra, to the more up-to-date Pearl Harbor movie with Ben Affleck, Kate Beckinsale, Alec Baldwin. Then for the kids, there's the amazing Lilo and Stitch, all based over in the Hawaiian Islands. Or let's not forget the king himself, Mr. Elvis Presley, and all those movies and fantastic songs he made over in Hawaii itself. I know I want to go there. I know Sandra has been there, so what better person to inspire you and give you information on Hawaii itself other than Sandra from Oasis Travel. I want to give you a quick insight to what Norwegian Cruise Line is like as a brand. There's so much to see and do on board our ships themselves. We're a very free and style cruise line. You eat where you like, when you like, you dine with whoever you like. It's all about relaxing and enjoying that holiday, which is your holiday you booked up ahead of time for you to enjoy as and when you want to do it. So let me just go on to show you what we're like as a brand. Here we go. Pride of America is our ship, which is based in Hawaii all year round, and it sails for 7 days, taking in 4 of the islands themselves. This is what Norwegian is like. How cool is that? That just looks amazing. I want to be out there right now. So that gives you an idea of what the brand of Norwegian itself is like. Like I said, only in Norwegian can you sail from the port of Honolulu on Saturdays to take in a 7-night cruise with overnights in Maui and Kauai. It's absolutely hassle-free. You fly in and you can maybe think about extending your cruise by having some time on the west coast of the States, and maybe in San Francisco, LA, or even Vegas, to make sure you have an absolutely fantastic holiday of a lifetime. Going straight onto the itinerary here, we start off in Honolulu. We sail down through to the first island, which is Maui. From Maui, we then move on to Hawaii itself, and we've taken 2 ports there, Hilo and Kona, 2 very different ports. We sail back up to the north and we sail up to Kauai, and then from there back into Hawaii itself. All of that on 7 nights. So most people just think that Hawaii is just very similar, sun, sand and sea, but let's look at a bit more detail as to what is different about all of the islands over there, okay? Wow, if that was only me surfing and looking as good as that, and surfing as good as that, I'd be quite delighted. So this is something you can do when you're on Oahu, which is your first port of call. From there, you can go to do some surfing on the North Shore. Something very different. This is Hawaii's largest island. From there, you can maybe climb to the top of the Diamond Head and see the 750-foot volcanic crater across covering the skyline. That would be an absolutely amazing thing to see. Or even taking a romantic stroll along Waikiki Beach, and also capturing some of the history by visiting Pearl Harbor and the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific. What a fantastic way to start off your holiday is to do something as amazing as this. We then go on to the island of Maui. Maui is an absolute surplus of natural splendor, and it's got true, genuine hospitality of the people of Hawaii itself, who make Maui the 2nd most popular island in the area. You can explore the fantastic history of the town of Lehane. You can relax on a beach there or enjoy the beautiful golf courses. Yes, golfing over in Hawaii. How magical would that be to do something as cool as that? Or maybe taking in some of the snorkel tours around to see some of the turtles, or the Maui beach to see some of the whale watching over there as well. So lots to kind of see and do to bring this holiday and this destination to life for you. The other resort that we visit on Hawaii is the resort of Hilo, which is very famous for its dramatic waterfalls. Look at that waterfall. You can almost feel the breeze coming off there, splashing in your face. You can even take a helicopter tour around the top of the volcanic edge to see what that looks like. It's a very green but also a very volcanic looking island, very rugged, and just something absolutely magical to see as part of your holiday, and something very different from lazing about on the beach itself. On Kona, on Hawaii itself, that is quintessentially Hawaii at its best. You could see the turtles, go snorkeling with them, enjoy the warm, sunny weather, the crystal blue waters, and see a variety of the nature around the islands itself. Hawaii itself is always full of historic interest and intrigue, and you could maybe watch to make sure that the gods themselves at Kilo Bay are watching over you on the island itself. These wooden images, they protect the island and all the visitors over there. They don't look very happy, mind you, but they look after everybody nonetheless. You can even take in some deep sea fishing when you're over there, maybe kayaking, or try and do some more of your surf lessons when you're over there if you're brave enough. Moving on from Hawaii itself, we go north up to Kauai, and we can take in the splendors of something very, very different. This is known as the Green Island, and there's plenty of opportunities over in Kauai itself, taking hiking, to watch the natural breathtaking waterfalls, and actually immerse yourself in the splendor of the island itself. See some of the traditional Hawaiian dancing over there and enjoy it itself. To say it's called the Green Island because of the lush scenery that's over there. It's got dramatic mountains, the Koki Mountains, or even visit the rainforest over there, which is something very nice and very different to do. So you can see in a quick overview here, there's some very different things to see on the islands themselves in Hawaii. And what's it like over in Hawaii itself to see it up close and personal? Have a quick watch. Wow, how amazing does that look to see something as different as that over on your cruise itself? Yes, it's not moving on, but it is. Here we go. Okay, so all I've got to say is I hope this has helped inspire you to look at doing a cruise with Norwegian Cruise Line and booking through the fantastic Oasis travel. It's a bucket list destination. You can book for it for 2021, 22 or 23 and make it a holiday of a lifetime by adding on something different, to say, such as the west coast of the States. So that's all about Hawaii. Alison asked me quickly to mention to you guys that if you want something closer to home, they've got some fantastic deals going out on Norwegian Epic with direct flights from Belfast going into Barcelona and taking in a 7-night cruise on the amazing Norwegian Epic, going around the Western Med. A short 2.5-hour flight over to the Med, 7-night cruise, enjoying the splendour of the Med, going out from Barcelona. So that's Norwegian Epic. But today is all about Hawaii, hence this really bad Hawaiian shirt that I'm wearing today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found it interesting. Hope you've understood my accent okay coming from Glasgow. I wish the Hawaiian skies were blistering above me right now, but let's hope we get back out to sea safe and sound, and I really appreciate your time, guys. Any questions, please ask Alison and Sandra and the entire team at Oasis Travel anything about Norwegian Cruise Line. You take care and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye for now.
David, thank you very much indeed. And you look absolutely beautiful in that Hawaiian shirt. But I think that really demonstrates the variety of destinations that you can travel to with Norwegian Cruise Line, and Hawaii is fairly unique. So our competition question then, to win this very stylish bag, which you can take ashore in Hawaii with your book and your sunglasses, and it's filled with goodies. It's filled with all the beauty products you need just to get ready for your holiday. So the question is, which Hawaiian port does the Norwegian Cruise Line leave from? So that's which Hawaiian port. And if you type the answer in, then we'll give this bag away just at the very end. So we have a couple of questions, Alison, that have come through, and I'm just going to read them out to you now. So Yvonne wants to know, very interested in the Hawaii cruise, but just wondering what else she could do. Would there be any stopovers before she would take her cruise in Hawaii? Where else could she visit?
Okay, Yvonne. Definitely for me, it would have to be California. Yeah. If you're doing your 7-night cruise, why not do maybe Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco? There's so much to see. And I think if you're going right over to the West Coast, to definitely try and extend your holiday and do a real good California coast and then fly over to Hawaii. And I think that's a perfect combination because and I actually have some prices that I can share, whether you're looking for maybe a stay in Hawaii and a 7-night cruise as well, or we can certainly put together some California plus Hawaii cruise.
Yeah, that's actually what I did, because we did go to Hawaii, and it is a fairly long flight to California. So to take that break there, I mean, it'd be such a shame to go to Hawaii and not do something on the way, and California is perfect.
Yeah.
And I think it's about a 5-hour flight or something from there. So absolutely perfect. So that's great. And then Martin has asked, thinking of a family cruise on the Hawaiian one, does the cruise ship that's going to be in Hawaii have the same facilities as the family facilities that the other Norwegian ships have?
Okay, thank you, Martin. I'll have to check my notes on that one. So the ship then is Pride of America, and yes, it does. There is a Splash Academy where that's the complimentary youth program. There's entourage for some teens and a splash pool area. Although what I would say is it doesn't have the facilities that you've seen on Encore.
So it's not going to have the racing track and the virtual reality stuff,
but there's certainly the kids clubs and the teen clubs and the separate pool area for kids to enjoy. But it's probably a different experience, the Hawaii, because you'd probably be off quite a bit more and doing. So, but yes, Martin, in answer to your question, it does have kids facilities.
Yes.
Just one note: there's no casino on. It's the only ship that doesn't have a casino because there's no gambling in Hawaii. So for anybody that's been on other Norwegian cruise ships and think that the casino is going to be there is no casino on Pride of America.
That's a good point then. Thanks for that, Alison. So what recommendations do you have then?
Okay.
Have you any?
I do. I think as well for Pride of America, just if there's anybody looking for honeymoon ideas, this is ideal. You can actually get married on Pride of America, and you can also renew your vows on board. So it's just again something a wee bit different. I put together a couple of offers just to try and show you. It is definitely, I think, a bucket list trip, but something like what Yvonne, I think, was asking, a couple of nights in San Francisco. You can do a couple of nights in San Francisco, maybe 5 nights down at Waikiki Beach first, then your 7-night cruise, and then a night before you leave to fly back San Francisco to Dublin. I've based this on a July departure, so July 21, with something to look forward to. It's about £3,890 per person. But for where you're going to and what you're getting, that is phenomenal value. It also includes the 2 perks that we talked about earlier. So you can choose your shore excursions, your drinks, your Wi-Fi, whatever suits. Or if you just want to go and you want to do the cruise for 7 nights, we can certainly do that for you. You'll always have a night pre-cruise. So a night in Honolulu and your 7-night cruise. These flights are from Belfast, so it's Belfast Heathrow, and then Heathrow on over. Your transfers, your 2 perks again. Next June was about 3,500 per person.
Yes. Okay.
So there's plenty of choice, and other customers have maybe chosen to fly out to New York, a couple of nights in New York, then over to the West Coast, then their cruise as well. So we can certainly help you with any of those quotes.
Brilliant. And then David mentioned just at the end of his presentation about Epic. So for anybody, I actually think this is a good one for anybody who's thinking of cruising for the first time, because it's easy.
Definitely.
So it's flights out of Belfast, 7-night cruise, med.
It's easy. You're taken by the hand from Belfast right the way through till you get on the ship. Epic is based in Barcelona. She does the Western Med. Again, you've got your 2 perks included. It runs from early May right through to middle of September, and a lead-in price on the Epic is $12.99.
So
and
again,
again,
great value.
it's great value. You've got your drinks, you've got your shore excursions, whatever you choose there, and your gratuities are included in that. Your luggage as well, along with all your transfers. So Norwegian Cruise Line really do have something for everyone.
Okay, Alison, thank you very much indeed. So just to let you know that at the moment our offices are open Monday to Saturday between 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock. But of course you can reach us outside these hours by email. Though over the weekend we have a special cruise hotline, which is 02890 279988. So that's 02890 279988 if you have a question on a cruise now. Just a reminder then that at 6 o'clock this evening, we will be doing a Riviera presentation. So that's for anyone that's interested in river cruising. And at 7 o'clock, it's celebrity cruises. So if you go on to Eventbrite, you can still register for those events and you can see the full program that we have again tomorrow. And thank you again for your attendance. We're really overwhelmed by the amount of people that have joined us this evening, and we really appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you.